Take a breath. Just one slow breath in, and let it go. You made it here, and that matters more than you know right now, because something inside of you knew you needed this. Something in you reached for stillness when everything around you has been loud, when the noise of life kept pressing in, when you felt like you were holding on by a thread and not even sure how much longer you could hold. You reached for this. That was God. That pull toward quiet. That pull toward something deeper. That was not an accident. He was already moving before you clicked play. Before you found this. Before you even knew what you needed. He was already here. And I need you to settle into that truth right now. Not rush past it. Not file it away for later. Let it actually land. God was already here. And so were you. The strong version of you, the one that hasn't given up, the one that got tired but kept going, the one that cried but still showed up, the one that doubted but still prayed. That version of you is here right now. I want you to imagine something with me. Think about the version of yourself from 2 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe even further back than that. Think about what that person was carrying. Think about what they didn't know yet. Think about the fears they had about things that haven't even turned out the way they feared. Think about the nights that version of you laid awake wondering if things would ever shift. And now think about where you are right now. You are not the same person. You are not. You have been through things that were supposed to break you. And you are still here, still breathing, still seeking, still reaching for God even on the days when you couldn't feel Him close. That is not weakness. That is one of the most profound kinds of strength there is. The kind that doesn't announce itself. The kind that doesn't look dramatic from the outside. The kind that just keeps going. The kind that gets up again. The kind that chooses again. That is the strong version of you. And she is not coming someday. She is not waiting in some future version of your life once everything gets easier. She is here, right now, in this moment, in this breath, in this reaching. Let your body relax a little more. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. You don't have to hold so much right now. You are safe here. You are held. And I want to talk to you about something that God has been working in you that you may not have had the language for. There is a version of strength that the world teaches, and it looks like never needing anyone. It looks like having everything together. It looks like being unbothered. It looks like moving fast and producing much and never slowing down long enough to feel anything. And maybe you spent years trying to be that version of strong. Maybe you pushed yourself to never appear weak, to never let people see when you were struggling, to keep going even when every part of you was asking for rest. And maybe what happened is that the very thing you were running toward, that kind of strength, it didn't actually make you feel stronger. It made you feel more alone. Because that kind of strength doesn't need God. And deep down, you were not made to not need God. You were made to need Him. On purpose, beautifully, specifically. Your need for Him is not a flaw in your design. It is the design. He wove you together in such a way that without Him at the center of things, nothing quite works the way it's supposed to. Not your peace. Not your identity, not your purpose, not your relationships, not even your own sense of self. Without Him, there's always something missing. And you've felt that, in different seasons, in different ways. You've felt the hollow of what happens when you try to carry things He never asked you to carry alone. But the strong version of you, the real one, she knows something different. She knows that leaning on God is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is the most powerful move she can make. Stay with me here. I want you to breathe again. In slowly and out. Feel the weight of your body, supported, held, resting. And I want to speak to the places in you that have felt small lately. The places where you looked at your life and wondered if you were doing enough, being enough, growing enough, healing enough. The places where comparison crept in and made your journey look somehow lesser. The places where you questioned whether God was really moving in your story or whether somehow He had moved on to someone else's. He has not moved on. He has not forgotten. He has not grown tired of the particular details of your life. He sees the specifics of you, not just the broad strokes. The specifics. The thing you're worried about right now that feels too small to even call a prayer. He sees it. He cares about it. He is already in the middle of it. The strong version of you knows that. Not because life is perfect. Not because everything has been answered. But because she has seen enough of who God is to trust what she cannot yet see. And that trust, that is a muscle. And you have been building it. Every time you chose to believe when it was hard to believe, that was a rep. Every time you let go of something you couldn't control and gave it to Him, that was a rep. Every time you showed up to prayer, even when it felt like nothing was coming back, that was a rep. You have been building something, and what you've been building is not visible yet to everyone around you. But God sees it, and you feel it, in places that are quieter than words. I want you to let your mind go somewhere restful for a moment. Picture yourself somewhere that brings you peace. Maybe it's outside. Maybe it's a place you've been before. Maybe it's somewhere you've only imagined. Wherever it is, you are there. And it is quiet. And the pressure that follows you through your daily life, it is not here. It cannot reach you here. And in this place, God is with you. Not in a distant or formal way. Close. The way presence feels when someone truly knows you and loves you anyway. And in this moment, He looks at you with something that is not disappointment. It is not impatience. It is not the frustration you sometimes feel toward yourself. It is something much softer than that, and much more steady. It is the look of someone who has always known exactly who you are and has always been proud of what He made. He is not waiting for you to arrive at some better version of yourself to fully love you. He fully loves the version of you that is here right now, in this moment. With the questions still unanswered, with the healing still in process, with the habits still being formed and the old patterns still being untangled. This version, right here, she is loved, and she is stronger than she knows. Let's breathe again, in slowly and out. There's something I want you to think about, and I don't want you to rush past it. Think about a moment when you did something hard, a moment when everything in you wanted to give up, and you didn't. It might have been recently, or it might have been years ago. Hold that moment in your mind. Do you know what happened in that moment? God was working in you. That wasn't just willpower. That wasn't just personality. That was something being built in you from the inside out. Something that could only come from the one who made you. He has been strengthening you in ways that you didn't have the awareness to notice in the middle of it. But you are beginning to see it now. You are beginning to see that the hard seasons didn't destroy you. They developed you. They didn't diminish you. They deepened you. Every hard conversation you've had that required courage, you are stronger for it. Every time you set a boundary that scared you and you did it anyway, you are stronger for it. Every time you chose to forgive when it felt impossible and you didn't want to, but you leaned into God and asked Him to help you. You are stronger for it. Every time you sat in grief instead of running from it and let Him meet you there, you are stronger for it. Strength is not the absence of hard things. Strength is what God grows in you because of hard things. And it is real, and it is yours, and it is here. Let your breathing stay slow and steady, in and out. I want to speak to something else now, something that some of you have been quietly carrying for a long time. There is a version of you that made some choices you wish you could take back, a version of you that let fear make decisions, that let pain lead, that moved in ways that weren't aligned with who you truly are or who you were made to be. And maybe there's been a voice, whether it comes from somewhere inside you or somewhere outside, that has used those choices to define you, to remind you, to say, see, that's who you really are. That's all you'll ever be. I want you to hear this clearly. That voice is a liar. Those chapters are not the full story. They are not the final word. And God does not use the worst moments of your past to define your future. He is a God of restoration, of redemption, of making things new. Not as a consolation prize for what you lost, but genuinely, beautifully new, in ways that could only come from His hand. The strong version of you does not live under the weight of a past that has already been laid down. She walks forward, not pretending the past didn't happen, but knowing it does not hold her. She has received the grace that was offered. She has accepted the forgiveness that was already extended before she even asked for it. And she moves in the freedom that comes from knowing she is not who she used to be. You are not who you used to be. Something has been shifting in you. Something has been changing. And yes, it has been slow sometimes. And yes, there have been setbacks. But the direction of your life is not backward. The direction of your life is toward Him. And that is the only direction that matters. Take another breath. And let your whole body sink a little deeper into rest. You don't have to do anything right now. You don't have to be anywhere else. You don't have to perform or produce or explain yourself. You just get to be here, with Him, in the quiet. And I want to talk to you about what it looks like to walk in strength the way God designed. It looks like rest without guilt. It looks like knowing that pausing is not the same as quitting, that your value is not tied to how much you accomplish in a given day. It looks like asking for help when you need it, not as a sign that you failed, but as the most honest and courageous thing you can do. It looks like being honest with God, not polished prayers, not Sunday language, but real conversations in the middle of your real life, in the car, in the shower, at 2 a.m. when your mind won't stop. Just honest, raw, trusting that He can handle the full weight of what you're carrying and that He is not offended by the questions or the doubt or the anger or the grief. He is not fragile. You do not have to manage Him. The strong version of you knows how to come to Him as she is, not as she thinks she should be. That is strength. That is the real thing. Stay with me, in, slowly, and out. I want to spend a few minutes just letting you receive something. Not thinking, not processing, not figuring anything out, just receiving. Right now, in this moment, there is peace available to you that does not depend on your circumstances being resolved. It is not waiting for the answer to come. It is not waiting for the situation to change. It is not waiting for you to finish grieving or finish healing or finish growing. It is available right now. It is the kind of peace that makes no logical sense. The kind that shows up in the middle of uncertainty and stays anyway. The kind that holds you together, even when you can't quite explain why you still feel okay. That peace is a gift, and it is for you. Let it come. Let yourself be still enough to actually receive what is being offered in this moment. God is not withholding peace from you until you get everything right. He is offering it to you now, in the middle of the unfinished, in the middle of the in-between. Open hands, open heart, just receive. Let's stay in this quiet for another moment. Breathing slowly, letting your mind be still. I want to speak over you something that I believe with everything in me is true. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Not as a passive resignation, but as a deep trust that God does not waste anything. That every season you have walked through has been preparing you for something you cannot yet see fully. The things that felt like detours were not detours. They were the path. The things that felt like losses were making room for something that could not have fit alongside what was lost. The things that felt like endings were actually the beginning of something you did not have the eyes to see yet. God is not confused about your story. He has not lost the thread. He knows exactly where you are. He knows exactly where you are going. And He is not in a hurry even when you are. Your timeline is held in hands that can be trusted. Completely. And the strong version of you, she is learning to trust that. Not just to say it. To actually live from that place. To release the grip. To exhale. To let Him lead. Because she has seen enough to know. He leads well. He always has. Your breathing is slower now. Good. In and out. I want to close this time with something I need you to carry with you when you step back into your day, your week, your ordinary life. You are stronger than you were. Not because of what you've accomplished, but because of what you've survived. Because of what you've surrendered. Because of what you've chosen to believe in the middle of the uncertainty. You are not fragile. You are not behind. You are not lacking what you need. Everything you need for right now, God has already placed inside of you. And what is not yet there, He will bring it in the right moment. He has never let you arrive at a moment without providing what that moment required. He has been faithful in the small things, in the invisible things, in the things no one else even saw. He has been faithful. And you have been faithful too. In your own imperfect, reaching, sometimes stumbling, always returning way, you have been faithful. And that matters. It matters to Him. Take one more slow breath. In, deep, and out. The strong version of you is not some distant future goal. She is not waiting for you to lose the weight or get the promotion, or mend the relationship, or reach some milestone. She is here. She has been here. She is the version of you who got up this morning, who kept going when it was hard, who reached for God even when she couldn't feel Him close, who chose to believe even when the evidence was slow in coming. That is her, and that is you. You are the strong version you've been waiting for. And God sees her. He is proud of her. He is walking with her, every single step. So when you step back into the noise, when the pressure returns, when the questions come back and the weight settles back in, come back to this. Come back to the quiet. Come back to the truth. Come back to the peace that is always available to you. Come back to the God who has never once stopped moving in your story. He is here, you are here, and together. You are more than enough for everything ahead. Rest in that now. Rest.